Welcome in this last lesson on data preparation and normalization with OpenRefine, and we will have spent some specific time on using the OpenRefine history, undo and redo option. So in our previous lesson, we've seen how to cluster, remove, duplicate, split or concatenate cells, and every action and every transformation we've done have been recorded by Refine in an history tab. Having an history is very useful for two reasons. First, you can undo your step. So if you made an error, it's easy to roll back to one or two steps before and find your data set before your transformation. Also very useful for audit purposes. When you have long projects where you can do tens or hundreds of transformation, it is very useful to being able to go back and understand the process and you've been through. So before moving further, let's go and refine and have a look at this undo redo tab. So see, it's on the top next to the text, next to the facet filter section. Click undo redo, and here we see the 15 step we have done so far in the project. Mass edit in the current use as when we've been working through the clustering function to do some data cleaning. Then we've been reordering rows, blanking down rows, and removing rows in the permit number when we remove our duplicate. Then we have all our history when we've done some splitting the field. And then finally, our changes from the last lesson where we've been concatenating the address back together. So since our mind is still fresh on the concatenate, if I go back and click on the step 13, Refine will roll back, remove our new column name full address, and remove the concatenate of street name and street type. So here I just find my data set in the same state it was before I start doing concatenate. I click on step 14, and we just replay the step where we added the street type to the street name. You have to be very careful when you go back through your previous step. If you do any transformation, all the steps you've been rolling back will be lost forever. You will have absolutely no way to recover them. Something most of us learned the hard way a couple of times, so I will try to give you the first taste today in the project. So let's roll back, for example, to the step where we remove our duplicates. So I will go back to step 8. So my step 9 to 15 are grayed out. And here I will just do one simple changes. I will turn my application date to date format because I want to create, for example, date facet type. So I click to date, and immediately all my step 1 to 15 are gone. So you have to be very mindful and careful of this when you do changes. So you have a way to extract your step and reapply them either in the same project or on a different project. All the actions you do are recorded in a JSON format that keep track of the transformation query and facet you've been using. Another red, be very careful, direct edit in cells are not recorded, are recorded in the history but cannot be exported. So let's have a look how you can extract your different steps. So here you see at the top you have an extract option, and you see all your different steps with a tick box next to it. Each step is match a set of JSON parameters that Refine can use to that Refine used to store the transformation. So what you can do is to select all those values. So copy them, paste them in Notepad, for example. Now you can roll back, for example, so before we remove the duplicate. So let's do some edit, and we'll take this opportunity to show you unique cells edit. So you see every time I hover on a cell, I've got a small edit option that pop up. I can click the edit option and directly change my cell's number to do very precise correction. Very useful to make quick correction, but this is not in the spirit of Refine, where you work per column, and those operations, even if they're recorded in your history, and here we see again we've lost all our duplicate removals by doing this small edit, they are not, you cannot extract them to reapply later, because it doesn't correspond to a set of rules that Refine can reapply. So here you see the step is recorded, but we have no way to select it and include it in the export. So if you're looking to create script that you can reuse, be very mindful of this edit option that will prevent you to redo your operation. So in this case, I will roll back to the first step of our process and apply the step I saved in my notepad. So I just click apply, paste the JSON I want to apply, perform the operation. So here, just went back and reapply everything. One last red point to keep in mind when you apply operation. If a step cannot be applied for multiple reasons, because the column doesn't exist as it is very strict on the name, or the facet cannot be applied, Refine will quietly skip the step. There will be no errors, no pop-up, no prompt. So please double check after you apply your operation that every step is here and the results make sense. If not, you can corrupt the data or get unexpected results very quickly.